The Florida Man Games are coming in February 2024, a wild athletic showdown celebrating all things Florida. Participants will face off in the evading arrest obstacle course, where they must navigate fences and backyards while being pursued by real police officers, and the one-of-a-kind beer belly wrestling competition. Dan Nitro Clark and Lori Ice Fetrick, two former stars of the 1990s television show American Gladiators, will act as the referees for this extravaganza, adding an extra layer of excitement to the mix. Joining us now is Lori Ice Fetrick, one of the American Gladiators and co-judge for the upcoming Florida Man Games. Thank you for joining us today, Lori. Or should I call you Ice?
You can call me Lori, you can call me Ice, whatever one. Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it.
So, what was your first impression when they approached you to be a judge for the Florida Man Game?
I thought, oh my God, this is going to be so much fun. I mean, because of the fact that when you put an obstacle course in front of me after doing it for so many years, it's going to be a very exciting event, and I'm just thrilled to be there.
So was that your main interest in the fact that you were part of that? What made you say yes to be a judge? Was it the competition itself or something from your past?
Oh, it's all about competition with me. I mean, it is one of those situations where it's like, if I get to judge any type of competition whatsoever, because that's just me. That's my heart and soul. Is I'm an athlete. I love to compete. That's what all the Gladiator games were completely about, is let's take the weekend warrior and get the best of the best and see who can win this whole thing on the American Gladiators. So I kind of feel as though the Florida Man Games is kind of the same thing.
Given your own experience, how do you think a competitor should prepare for an event such like this?
They definitely have got to have the endurance. I mean, if you don't have the endurance, you're going to get winded and you're going to be out right in the very beginning. You've got to train, you've got to have some strength in this, and you've got to have the heart to win this. So even when you're winded and you're tired, the true grit is to continue and win.
So, like you said, as a former gladiator, what's needed to be successful in athletic games like this? I know you said stamina and everything. Is there anything else?
Just the heart and soul and who you are. You know, you've got to have the mindset. If you don't have the mindset going into something like this, you're going to be done right in the very beginning, because somebody's going to be training that much harder than you, and they're going to have the mindset, the heart, the soul, the grit, and they're going to beat you. So just be prepared, and mentally, physically, emotionally, and depending on weather, that's another key thing here in Florida.
So what else is a former American Gladiator up to these days?
Thank you for asking. I've got a podcast called Chillin' with Ice, and you can listen to it anywhere where you get your podcast. I have a YouTube channel called Chillin' with Ice, and you can see all the former gladiators. I've interviewed all of them. I've got a merch store called Ice T-shirts, anything OG Gladiator, fun stuff. Basically, I'm writing a children's book with an animation attached to it. We're possibly looking at a Muscles and Mayhem road tour. So there's a lot coming up, you know, personal appearances, Comic-Cons.
Wow. I can't believe you're so busy. Tell me a little bit about the children's book. That sounds really interesting.
I wish I could go more into it. We haven't really kind of put the pen to paper as far as like the contracts, but the children's book is going to be an amazing series with an animation attached to it. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow, Lori, thank you so much. I can't wait for Florida Man Games. I'm sure the state of Florida and the rest of America are going to love it.
Super excited to be there. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us today on Forum Daily News.
You got it.